Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Where?
Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
She gives her life to Christ at a very young age and has stuck with him ever since. She graduated from Manual Arts High School in Los Angeles. It's soon after that she meets and marries her lifelong husband, as she describes him, her nice to her man, Willie Allen.
Real nice guy. Everybody knows that.
Which is definitely her reason for marrying him. She would say, Willie was nice to me and he let me drive his car. Even to the end, she'd say, shoot, Willie is nice to me and his daughters and his granddaughters. And he is. Anyone who knows him would agree with that. Barb and Willie are very family and friendly oriented. Almost every weekend, they host gatherings with family, friends, food, cars, dominoes, music, dancing, love, and laughter. Someone is always coming through at the house with the latest hits: Al Green, Johnny Taylor, or Tyrone Davis on the A-track.
They smoke liquor too.
They spend hours doing this, only to turn around and do it again the next week. It's always about family and friends. Barbara worked primarily in the space and aviation industry at places like Douglas and Hughes Aircraft. She loves to shop. She loves the garden.
Yes.
And she's a firm believer in fitness.
Yes, yes. Coach.
She's a member of she's a member of the YMCA and Jack LaLanne, and she plays tennis as a hobby with her friend Shirley.
Yeah.
Most of all, for over 40 years, Barbara walks 5 mornings a week. Barbara walks 5 mornings a week, no matter what.
That's right. There you go.
Come on, for over 30 years, it's been 5 miles a day. Today, it's more like 3 miles. But she combines it with water aerobics and goes to the spa where she does Zumba, yoga, and other fitness activities.
Oh, man.
For over 50 years, Barbara has belonged to Bethel AME Church and has been active in the Missionary Society, Usher Board, and the cooking crew with her partners, many of whom are probably here today.
That's right.
They do it not only for the church, but for each other as friends. Barbara loves the Lord and sleeps with her Bible, her flashlight, and her reading glasses. If she wakes up in the middle of the night, that light comes on, those glasses go on, and she starts reading and praying. We just want to, me and myself personally, we just want to thank you all for coming out wherever you all travel from. Thank you for coming out and showing Auntie love. 85 years is an amazing life.
Yes.
She has plenty of life to live. So thank you all. We wish y'all safe travels to and where you guys are coming from. Now you all enjoy your time. Thank you.
Oh, my
Hello back there. So I can tell you a lot of stories, but I'm gonna go ahead and just read a little. Miss Auntie Barbara Jean. When I was young, my mother wouldn't let anybody keep me but my grandmother or my aunt. And I remember going to church with her, squirming and wiggling and mad because I had to sit in the second row, put something over your lap so your knees wouldn't show. All I wanted to do was get a snack after church. I used to go to church with her just so I could get a snack after church and wait for Kim to pick me up and put me in her lap and drive around illegally with me in her lap. Yes. No. And I would go over there just so I could take Dana's Barbie dolls and play with her Barbie dolls that she left when she was at Crenshaw High School. I'll be over there playing with the Barbie dolls, but then Kim would come and get me, dress me up, take me like a real life Barbie doll to San Diego State and hang out with her. So you guys know, My Aunt Barbara has always been very glamorous, very classy. And if y'all know she can rock a moo-moo, nobody can rock a moo-moo like my auntie. When she walked in today, she said, "I'm not even dressed." I said, "You look fly in that moo-moo." So I just know growing up, we were always together every Sunday. They was cooking up something in the kitchen. We was running around outside. And I thought nobody in this world could cook but my grandmother and my auntie. And even to this day, her potato salad and collard greens, y'all can't touch her. Y'all can't touch her. I see what I'm saying?
Cornbread. Okay. With the cornbread.
Cornbread.
Say it right. Cornbread.
Hot water cornbread. Yes. So I'm gonna tell you, I didn't even read my little letter. So probably about 2 years ago, a friend of mine and I, we came down here and I said, "Let's go by and get my auntie and go out to lunch with her." She said, "Oh, let me get myself together, get my makeup, get my hair, and get me an outfit." I was like, "Oh Lord, we gonna be here," because she got to go and get the fashion fair. I remember the cute stuff. So we went out to eat and she said, "I'm not really hungry, I'm just gonna have a little something." "Ma'am, can I get a margarita?" My friend looked at me, he was like, "Your auntie is a gangster." She said, "I'm gonna just order a little something." She ordered a taco, a big wet burrito, some beans, some rice, some salsa. "Y'all want an appetizer?" I said, "Auntie, you just wanted a little something?" No, I'm gonna take it home. I text Kim. So Kim said, "Oh, she ain't gonna eat all that food. She is not eating all that food." Oh, I just say we had a great time. It's memories as an adult, as a child. Both of my children are here. Hey, y'all. Both of my children are here, and she comes to Atlanta. She supports them, their graduation, birthday. She outwalks us all.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
But I just want to say, Auntie, we love you.
Yes.
We love you. We respect you. We appreciate you. And we're very grateful for you. Happy
Yes.
birthday.
That my doll baby was 7. Oh, here we go.
Hello to everyone. Hello. My name is Maddie Gibson, originally from Waycross, Georgia. And I've known Barbara since before she graduated high school. So do the math. Do the math. But Barbara has always had the same personality that she has today. I told her a little while ago, I said, my husband is suffering with dementia, so I said, but you have to call him, because when she calls, I don't know what she does, but she lights him up. You know, he laughs and he says, "Oh, hey girl, how you doing?" And it's almost like I've been sitting there for an hour now. But she makes him laugh, and I just enjoy whenever she does call him, and she makes it a point to call him because he misses her and he loves her. Growing up, after high school, my husband and I got married. Well, Barbara wasn't married, but my husband had this friend that they were very close. He was pushing him and I was pushing Barbara. So the next thing we knew, they were getting married. So I feel responsible for her and her husband. My husband. And then here comes Kim. And I said, "She's just growing up too fast. She's supposed to stay a baby for a while." She said, "No, I'm ready for her to get out of the way." Well, that wasn't long before here comes Dana. And she said, "Now I can't be having all these babies. I got to do my thing." And her thing has been nothing but walking. We fly into California. We would come in sometime twice a year. I said, okay, Barbara, I'm coming. Well, I couldn't stay with anybody else. You have to stay here.
Enjoyed it.
4 o'clock in the morning, she wants to know if I'm going walking. I said, no, I'll be here when you get back. But one morning I did get up. I didn't go with her. I drove over later and joined them. But they kept walking and I left and came home. But she has been a person in my life for 68 years. I know a lot of you in here are probably saying I wasn't even born, but I get that all the time. But we have never had a disagreement. If we did, she didn't tell me. If I did, I didn't tell her. Anytime I came to town, it was wherever she went, I went. If it was her money, it was my money. And we have been that way for 68 years. You know, too many people can't say that. They can't say that. They've had some kind of disagreement or just falling out or whatever. And that doesn't just count for friends, it counts for family also. But I love her. My husband loves her. My grandkids, everybody loves her because they look at her as my sister. And I look at her as a sister. I don't call her my friend. I say, I'm going to California to see my sister. Because after 68 years and I've lost all my sisters, this is what I need. And that doesn't only go for Barbara. I hadn't seen her sister Edna for years. In fact, since Mom died. And it was just great. She opened the door and there I was and we just looked at each other and just grabbed each other. So that's what family is all about. That's what family is all about. Barbara, you've been a jewel, not just to me, but to everybody you know. Everybody loves you. And we're going to wish you many more birthdays. You know we don't have too much longer to go.
Thank you so much for inviting us, Dana. And I met Dana through my niece, Lydia, who used to work with Dana. And although I don't have as much experience with Barbara, the few times that I have met Barbara and have gotten to spend time with her, she's a joy and she's a wonderful lady. And I know that sometimes people say, well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and sometimes it's true and sometimes it's not true, but in this case it's true because Barbara raised some amazing women. They're strong, they're beautiful, they're courageous, they have a wonderful heart just like Barbara. And you know, it's rare, it really is rare. I'm 60 years old, so I've seen a few things. I'm not as wise as Barbara here, but it's so rare to see such a big group, such a big gathering, and the love in this room, and how you all just treasure one another. And obviously you don't get to see each other as much, but when you do, it's like you never lost a day. You're such a great big family, and the love just pours out. And I'm just really amazed as I've been watching everybody, whether it's friends or family, you're just like one big family. And it's such an honor to be here with Barbara, and I have to tell you that Barbara's a dancer. That's the first thing I noticed about Barbara. She's fit, but she's a great dancer. I saw her at Olivia's graduation. I thought, okay, so Barbara's still up there dancing, and everybody's already sat down, and people are taking turns going up there, and Barbara's still going. And we had the pleasure of inviting Barbara to my daughter's wedding in December, and the same thing. People would get up and dance 1 or 2 songs, come sit down, and Barbara just, she was my dance partner. I'm like, okay, I got And Barbara was just doing some cool moves, and so I think she should get up here and show us a few dance moves, because she's that good. And so just just want to say that you really exemplify what a godly woman should be.
Yes, yes.
And not just a Proverbs 31 woman, because you're obviously a hard worker and you've always done for your family and friends. And they're all here to celebrate you. We're all here to celebrate you for the beautiful woman that you are. And all the fruits of the Spirit, you've got them. So you need to pass them on to the rest of us because you are that great. And so thank you for allowing us to share this beautiful day with you. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lydia Sanchez, and I've been friends with Dana for almost 30 years. October 12th, 2005 was the day God blessed me with introducing me to Barbara in my life. That was the day I got diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 37. My kids at the time were 8 and 4, and I was scared. And Dana was my first friend to find out at work that I got diagnosed, so she had Barbara call me that evening. And when Barbara called, I cried hysterically. I kept telling Barbara, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. And I'll never forget your words. You spoke stern to me and you're like, and who told you you're gonna die? She was like, I had breast cancer too, and I'm still here.
That's right.
So she consoled me for hours, and she just lifted my spirits. She spoke about God's faith. She blessed me with just these beautiful words that made such an impact in my life. I was a complete stranger to you, Barbara, but you talked to me so beautifully, and you spoke God's word to me, and you helped strengthen my faith during one of the most difficult times in my life. You were a godsend to me, and you still are. I love you, Barbara, and not just me. Look around this room. You are so loved and so blessed, and I thank God for putting you in my life.
Hello, my name is Gloria Claudette Vernell. I met Barbara approximately recently. Not only did Barbara dance with Willie, they were a wonderful couple, especially wonderful dancing couple. But she danced into the hearts of people at the nursing home where her mother was. I met her there because my mom was there. Not only did Barbara look after her mother, she made sure as she walked down the halls that everyone was being treated as they should have been treated. Barbara was so concerned that she became the president of an organization which he started in the nursing home to make sure our parents were treated fair.
Yes, yes.
No, she was good. She was extremely good. She inspired all of us to make sure that as we walked, not only did we look to see that our parents were given water, their diapers, depends, were changed and taken to the restroom on a regular basis, but everyone. And I thank Barbara for that very much. Thank you, Barbara.
Tell about that Gucci and gold, Richie.
Hey, I hope to keep you covered in that Gucci and gold. So no, for like the last 3 weeks, Kim's like, leaving that call. It's ridiculous. Kim's like, hey, are you gonna make it up here? Are you gonna make it up here? I'm like, I'm gonna make it up here. I'm like, is Mary gonna make it up here? We gonna make it up here. And then she was just like, hey, if anything happens, tell your job your grandma has a birthday party.
Yeah.
And I told her earlier this week, I told them that a week ago. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I too haven't known Miss Barbara that long, but me and Kim sing together. And everywhere she goes, she has her mother. She's always talking about mother. So before I even knew her mother, I knew of her mother. And my most favorite thing about her is she made my home beautiful because she likes to garden. And when she came over, I just recently moved in the house, and I said, they got all this yard out here. I ain't gonna be able to keep up with this. Next thing, she came over with a whole bag of things she had picked from other people's yards and planted it in my yard. I said, now everybody comes up, oh, your yard is so beautiful. And I'm like, I said, this my friend's mother. We kept on telling her to sit down, and did she want something to eat? She, no, I gotta finish. So I take pride in what you took pride in. Yeah. And I go out there and I water my plants. And I enjoy that I've got a chance to know you, because you are such a blessing. And my husband is sick, and he can be real grumpy, and he don't like to go to nobody's house. He don't like to be bothered with nobody. He likes to be home at his own house. And last week we got to experience a situation where I had to bring him with me, and she made him feel so at home. And he's like, well, if I got to go in, I'll just go over to Miss Barbara's house. So even though I haven't known you for years, I feel like you've been such a blessing. And you do exuberate so much love, and we all feel it.